Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich here with your outlook for February 18th, 2016 for your Thursday. We're going to have bright sunny skies today. We have a cold front that moved through overnight last night, so we're going to be a little bit cooler than we were yesterday. Colder, I should say. It's not going to be cold. But temperatures are going to be below normal by about 3 or 4 degrees today from what they are expected to be this time of year. And this high pressure is going to settle in behind it. So whenever you have high pressure sitting in close proximity over top of you, it's sinking air and dry air. So we're actually expecting mostly sunny skies today. Not much in the way of clouds, if any at all. And then a clear night overnight tonight. So again, we'll be about 5-6 degrees below normal as far as overnight lows were concerned as well. So cold for this time of year, not super cold, but cold relative to what it's supposed to be here on February 18th. And then this high pressure is going to move off to the east. We'll still be under influence of that here on Friday, so we're still expecting a partly cloudy day here. A system's going to be moving off to our north here. Might get a little bit breezy here on Friday evening with that system moving to the north. Not much in the way of precipitation with this. I don't expect much, maybe just an isolated shower, rain or snow shower. That's going to affect our, if anything, the central and northern areas across maybe northeastern PA, northern New Jersey could get clipped by a rain or snow shower. Again, not a big deal in the overnight period here Friday night, but what it's going to do once this system continues off to the east here is we're going to have a very warm weekend, and it's going to be mild, we'll say, milder for this time of year, getting up into the 50s in many locations, maybe upper 50s as you get down here by Philadelphia, but that'll be the case on Saturday. Will be the warmer of the 2 days. Sunday will take a step back a little bit, and that's because we're going to have increasing clouds later in the day, but still under the influence of some pretty warm temperatures. Clouds are going to increase as this little system impulse here is going to head toward us here, but again, it's going to be 50 degrees during the day. So it's going to be tough to get any wintry precipitation at night, even though this is showing some light showery activity moving toward us here. And this is a look at Sunday evening, 7 p.m. So you may be getting to the western portions of our coverage area at this point. That's about it. This will have a cold front with it that is going to knock back temperatures here once this passes for Monday. So temperatures will be a little bit lower, and then we're going to have temperatures drop even further here on Tuesday. Clouds are going to increase here on Tuesday, and our next system we're going to have to keep a close eye on here is this system coming out from the Gulf of Mexico here. Could be loaded with a lot of moisture, and could be timed just right with the cold air to give us a potentially very big storm here. Now the models are showing this in different ways on different models here, but again, we were talking about this yesterday in the video. There's several possibilities. Today we're seeing a couple show the coastal track here, and if it heads up close to the coast, parallels the coast here, should be plenty of cold air to be drawn into this here. The polar vortex is actually sitting up by Baffin Island in eastern Canada, so a piece of that can break off and get sucked into the storm here. We'll have a pretty good snow event across, at the very least, the interior. But the problem is the track's not certain yet. This is just one model's indication of where this would go, sitting right off just east of Virginia Beach here and heading up on the coast in this direction. There are other models that bring this a little bit further inland. So if it's cutting across here, we saw what a cutting storm does this past Monday and Tuesday. We have that, it might start off wintry, but we had that change over to rain and then some heavy rain, and we had quite a temperature difference in just 24 hours because we were on the cold. We had cold air in place at the time, temperatures in the teens, and then once that low cut to our west, the warm air comes in on this side of the low here, so everything across the eastern half of the state warmed up considerably, and that's what happens when you have a cutting system. So if you're wanting snow, you don't want this system to cut. If it cuts, that's rain, or at least a mix of rain and snow. If it comes out here off the coast here and develops pretty rapidly, like many of the more historically better models are showing, then you can get a pretty good interior snowstorm. That can go all the way from DC all the way to Boston. That could be a pretty good storm for there. And there's still, even though the models weren't showing it today, still is the option for this to go out to sea. There are some individual ensemble members that showed that as well. So these are all on the table here. We are siding with a track kind of in the middle here, which would give us this coastal deal here. instead. So, we have plenty of time to look at this. This is now looking at the 6-7 day time frame, so it's not getting an unrealistic time frame right now. It's just something we're going to be keeping an eye on going forward in the next week, and this is the big storm potential you'll be hearing about in the meantime. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich, and that is your outlook for February 18th, 2016. Have a great Thursday.